ask me your questions and I'll.
Yeah, we're on. Okay. Namaste, Shivali.
Perfect.
Nice.
Namaste, Tejal.
Nice to meet you. And we're here today for a yoga session with the Hindu Women's Festival 2021. Shivali, tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey with yoga.
Namaste. I am Shivali and I live in India. I am based in Hyderabad. I am a yoga instructor. I started yoga when I was 18. I did my first course when I was 18, but I did not continue to practice yoga for the next 6 years. Um, After finishing my graduation, I went back to my old school, that is Kevalya Dhama, that's in Lonavala, to finish my intensive yoga course. So I went on to, I decided to continue my studies in yoga. For that, I sort of did my PG diploma in yoga from Kevalya Dham, which is in Lonavala. And since then, never turned back. And it's been a great journey because this entire process has really helped me um, understand myself better, and it really is an inward journey. So
Shivali, what made you, like, you did your initial training and then you didn't continue your practice as regularly maybe as you'd anticipated? What made you go back to do your diploma?
a lot of things. While so I did my graduation in interior design. I worked for around 1.5 years. It was very stressful. It was it was so stressful. And since I was always, I mean, I did not practice yoga as much as I practice now after I did my first course, but it was still there in me. I mean, the seed was sown. I always say this. And every time I had some time, I went back to my previous lectures and all the notes that I had, all the old notes of yoga, and I would really want to know more about the science. And because of all the stress that my body and my mind went through during graduation, after graduation, and because I mean, I was exposed to yoga uh, very early on, and I knew I had a taste of it, and I knew that it was going to help me. I knew I could. It was just my intuition that led me to do my intensive course. Also, I had made up my mind after I finished my first course to do an intensive course in yoga once I finished my graduation, because back then graduation was um, an essential degree to do a course in yoga. So, which is why I went for my post graduation diploma in yoga after I finished my interior design graduation.
And how do you feel like yoga is relevant to now, this lifestyle that we lead in our generation? How do you feel it's relevant?
I think what yoga does is that it brings you in direct contact with your own self. And today um, we're hardly connected to ourselves. We're more concerned about what the world thinks of us and how we should look like for the world around us, and how it's everything about the external circumstances and the external environment. We're not really connected to ourselves, and that's what yoga does. And by yoga, I mean the entire science. Yes, asana plays a huge role. I mean, it starts helping you become a lot more aware about yourself, of your breath, your alignments, and things like that. But asana alone is not enough. You need to really know the entire science behind yoga.
Definitely, it's
Give me
one
one
whole
second.
whole, isn't it?
Give me 1 second. Can you sort of do you get? Yeah. So I really think yoga and the entire science of yoga, because it's a discipline. It's not just physical practice. It's not just asanas on the mat. It's about being able to follow what you learn while you do your practice on the mat in your daily life. So you apply the entire yogic discipline on your mat while you do your practice, and also take it, further into your life. So so that's the entire discipline. So it's very important to understand that yoga is not exercise. Only when you take it as it is are you going to be able to really get the benefits of yoga as it is.
Most definitely. It's
Today, I see a lot of instructors, and I mean, even I was like that. I never, sorry.
no, continue.
So I also was like that once upon a time, where I wanted to do a lot of active, dynamic practice, and I knew it wasn't yoga, but I was calling it yoga anyway. But I slowly realized, and that thanks to my foundation in yoga, which is from Kaivalya, thanks to my teachers from Kaivalya, I realized it didn't help me as much as the entire traditional yoga foundation did while I was there for a year, for almost a year. So I realized I was burning myself out, and I was working out way too much. It was not needed for my body. So I think that is what yoga does. It builds sensitivity. You become more sensitive of your own body, and you start understanding what is enough for your body and what is required for your body and how you should be doing your practice. So maintaining a good balance of active practice and aerobic and anaerobic practice is what is very, very, very important.
Definitely. And I think
So
the more we practice, the more awareness we get of ourselves mentally and physically.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
remember during my training, one of my teachers, it was one of the first things that she said actually was, it's not about how you look, it's about how you
Yeah.
feel. And a lot of that feeling is, yes, during your asana practice, but it kind of manifests after, during your day, or in the awareness. You have a certain awareness about something else, and like, that's because of the practice I did earlier. It comes with you, and it's you. It's part of you. It's not just what you're doing on the mat. So, tell
So
me your focus for today's session.
my focus would be menstrual health, because I think I'm personally working towards it, and I'm going to be teaching from my own experience, and so I think it's going to make sense also. So we're going to be focusing more on the pelvic region, asanas based on this area, the pelvic area. We're going to work on flexion, extension, adduction, abduction of the hip, and we're going to be practicing classical yoga. So there's going to be a lot of rest, a lot of breathing, a lot of awareness and alignments, basic asanas, all of which is going to improve the circulation towards the pelvic area. So yeah, it's going to be very simple, and a lot of awareness on the breath. That's key. The most important aspect is to continue to breathe effortlessly, so you don't get tired, and you are energized by the end of the session, and you're not tired as you finish your class. So hopefully this is going to be a great, a rejuvenating session for whoever is practicing it with us.
Definitely is. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, shall we get started?
Absolutely, let's start. So we're going to start our practice now. Hope you're in a comfortable seated position of your choice. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down once. Leave your elbows loose. Turn your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Relax your lower back. Relax your shoulders. Leave your hands, your legs, your pelvis completely loose and relaxed. You want to bring your awareness to your facial muscles and loosen up all your facial muscles. Relax the forehead, your eyelids, cheeks, the area around your nose, lips, your jawline. And now consciously move your awareness into your neck, relaxing and loosening up all the muscles in the neck. At the moment, you're sitting in an upright position, completely alert and aware of your breath. Yet, your entire body, all your muscles are absolutely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your breath, to the movements in your belly as you breathe in and out. You don't want to make any changes in your breath. You just want to observe how your body is responding to this process of breathing. Observe the movements in your belly, in your chest, if there is any, shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, hip, pelvis, arms, legs. You just want to become aware of any movement in these parts of your body. That's okay. If there is any movement, that is also okay. We're only trying to become a little sensitive towards our own bodies. Quickly scan your body for any unwanted contraction and relax that particular part. Bring your palms in Namaskar Mudra at your heart center. We're going to get ready for 3 Omkar chantings. We can chant together, after which I'm going to chant a Shanti Patha, so you can just listen to me. Take a deep breath in and we begin the chant with an exhale. Inhale. Observe your breath. As I start the Shanti Vata, you can just listen to me while you observe your breath. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha vidyam karavavahai tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, rub your palms together to generate some heat. Place your palms on your eyelids and feel the warmth of your palms on your eyelids. Gently rub your palms across your face without opening your eyes. Just place your palms on your thighs. Palms facing up. We're going to start with gentle abdominal breathing. You can place your right palm on your stomach, your elbows, shoulders super relaxed. Make sure there is no unwanted contraction in any part of your body. Now, as you breathe in, you want to expand your belly out and feel that expansion in your palm. And as you breathe out, you allow your belly to relax and then suck it in close to your spine. Let your navel reach the anterior part of the spine. Inhale and expand your stomach out. Exhale and relax the belly and let it sink in close to the spine. Breathe in to expand your belly out. Breathe out to relax the belly and then suck it in. Breathe in and become aware of this breath that's moving into your body. Breathe out and become aware of the movement that's happening in your belly. Breathe in and become aware of the movement of air inside your body. Breathe out and become aware of the movements in your belly. Now we're going to make our inhales and exhales a little more slow. So breathe in to extend your inhales, make them longer. Breathe out and extend your exhales, make them longer. Breathe in to expand your belly, make your inhale longer. Breathe out to relax your belly and extend your exhale. Continue to do this for another 4 to 5 times. Remember, as you breathe in, you are energizing your body. And as you breathe out, you're releasing all the toxins out of your body. Surrender to this natural process of detox that's happening within. Pay attention to what's happening in the body. Observe how you feel light as soon as you exhale and how you feel energized the moment you finish your inhalation. You can release your right palm and place it on your thigh and continue to breathe in the same manner for another few seconds. Set an intention for your day, for your practice today as you keep breathing. Observe your state of mind at this moment. Observe the quality of your breath at this moment. Promise yourself you are going to practice with the same intention that you've set for yourself today. And with your intention set, bring your palms together, rub them together. Once again, place your palms on your eyelids, feel the warmth there. Bring your hands in front of your face and gently open your eyes, looking into your palms. Bring your palms together, Namaskaram. You can slowly lie down on your mat in supine position. We're going to start with Pavan Muktasan. It's a very simple asana, great for your pelvic organs, also great for the abdominal region. Bring your hands by the side of your body, palms down on the mat. Turn your palms down. Yeah. Legs together, ankles properly flexed with your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Yeah. So press your inner thighs together. And now you want to gently press your lower back towards the floor. Remember, you're not pressing your belly in, you're trying to press your lower back or bring your lower back close to the floor. Continue to breathe comfortably, no matter what. Make sure your chin is tucked in and your neck is in a comfortable, relaxed position. We're going to hold this position for a while just to observe the activity that's happening in the body. Take long inhales and exhales, as long as possible, making sure you're comfortable throughout the process of your practice. Bring your attention to your mind, to your thoughts. Now scan your entire body right from your head to your toes. Continue to breathe normally and follow your breath. Keeping your legs super straight as they are right now, you're going to raise them by an inch, just by 1 inch. Now start folding your legs in the knees. Bend the legs and bring your thighs close to your stomach. Without using your hands, let your heels come to your butt. Don't use your hands at all. You want to press your inner thighs together and you want to press your thighs into your stomach. Continuously keep pressing your thighs together and towards the stomach. Feel the light pressure of your thighs into your stomach at this point. Breathe abdominally, freely and comfortably. We're going to hold this for a few seconds as you observe your entire body. Notice what's happening in the stomach. Notice the point where you feel a slight pressure of your thighs into your belly. See what's happening in the outer thighs, in your glutes, as you try to actively press your legs together. Notice if there's any sort of trembling happening in the body in any area. And if it's happening, it's absolutely normal. Here you're becoming more and more sensitive of your body as you scan through your body to understand what exactly is happening in it while you try to hold this posture for some time. Now you interlace your fingers around your legs. Wrap your hands around and interlace your fingers. Press your palms into your shin and let your thighs press into your stomach. Here you want to make sure that your tailbone is still pressed down towards the mat. It's not lifted up, but your thighs are pressing into your belly as much as possible. Again, your inner thighs are pressed together. Your elbows are reaching down towards the floor. The direction of movement of your elbows is downwards. And your thigh is pressing into your stomach completely. Your knees are moving towards the chest. Hold this position for some time without any extra movement and breathe comfortably. We're trying to keep our inhales long, exhales as long as possible, respecting the limits of your body. Now slowly bring your forehead towards the knees without allowing your thighs to move away from your stomach. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, and breathe for a while. Notice what's happening in the body as you hold this position for some time. If you have any issues in the neck, please avoid this step. If you feel breathless, please feel free to release this position a little earlier. Release your head. Make sure your chin is tucked in as you bring your head down. Release your hands without releasing the stretch in your legs. Try to keep that flexion going. Palms turned down. Now straighten your legs forward 1 inch off the ground. Ankles properly flexed with your toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Observe your breath once in this position. Slowly bring your legs down and get into Shavasana. Just leave your legs apart, leave your hands away from your body, and observe your breath. We're trying to normalize our breath. So consciously try and make your inhales and exhales long and deep. You're breathing abdominally, getting ready for your next asana mentally. We're now going to get ready for Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. For that, you bring your legs together again. Hands by the side of your body. Ankles flexed, toes pointed up. Get into an active position, pressing your lower back towards your mat. Now fold your legs, bend the legs, and place your feet flat on the mat. Keep hip width distance between your feet, between your legs. And bring your heels to just reach your fingers. Just have to touch the fingers, your palms are placed flat on the mat. And now you want to slowly try and lift your hip off the mat, extending the pelvis up towards the ceiling. And breathe abdominally in this position for a while. Consciously inhale to expand your belly out and exhale to allow your belly to sink in. Make your inhales and exhales as long as possible, respecting the limits of your body. Try and observe the changes happening in your breath as you try to Hold this asana for a longer time. Make sure your legs are not flaring out and they're parallel to each other. Glutes nicely contracted. Your entire awareness is now on your navel. Mentally observe the movement in your belly as you breathe in and out. This abdominal breathing is massaging, stimulating your internal organs, improving circulation towards these areas, especially your pelvic area. So pay attention to how you are breathing. Now, with your next inhale, you're going to stretch your arms up over your head on the mat behind you on the floor. Exhale completely. Hold your breath there and slowly bring your hip down. One vertebra at a time. You want to bring your spine down first, your upper back, middle back, lower back, and then your pelvis. Observe what's happening in your chest and stomach at this point. Take an inhale and bring your hands down. We're going to repeat this 2 more times, just the last bit. So this time you're going to inhale and raise your hip off. So as you inhale, you lift your hip off. As you exhale, you lift your hands up. Hold your breath there and slowly bring your hip down. Inhale and bring your hands down. Last one. Inhale, raise your hip off. Exhale, raise your hands up. Hold your breath, bring your hip down. Inhale and bring your hands down. Very nice. Stretch your legs out and get into Shavasana. Legs apart, hands away from your body, neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Deep abdominal breathing for a couple of seconds. Mentally get ready for the next asana, which is boat pose, Navasana. Bring your legs together. Hands by the side of your body, ankles flexed again. Now you're going to try and lift your legs and your upper body along with your hands off the ground simultaneously, everything together to balance on your hip into Navasana. Make sure your toes are in line with your eyes at your eye level. So you can lower your legs down a little bit, a little more, a little more. Perfect. And breathe. Keep your neck relaxed Ankles flexed, properly flexed. We're going to just hold it for a little more time. Just keep breathing. And release. Very nice. Chin down, relax. Take 2 breaths to re-energize yourself and prepare yourself for another round of Navasana. Just one more. Get ready physically and mentally to repeat this. Raise your lower and upper extremities together to balance on your hip in Navasana. Keep your toes in line with your eyes. Relax your facial muscles. You can bring a beautiful smile on your face. Just keep breathing and relax. In Shavasana. Leave your body loose. Check for any unwanted contractions in the body at this point and release the contractions. It's essential, it's necessary to leave your entire body completely relaxed when you're in Shavasana. Okay, so now we're going to do Bhujangasana. So you turn around and lie down in prone position on your stomach. All good? Okay, so you can bring your legs together, heels touching each other, inner thighs pressing uh, into each other. Now, if you have a back problem, you can bring your legs apart. And if you're not comfortable keeping your legs together, you can always bring in some distance between your legs. Bring your hands in line with your chest. Elbows pointed up towards the ceiling. And your forearm pressing into the sides of your body. Forehead on the mat. Now here what we need to remember is we're not using our palms or our hands or shoulders to lift up. We're using the core, we're using the belly. And so 20% or 10% of your weight is going to be on your palms when you're lifting up. And the rest of it is going to be by the belly. So your belly, your core, your pelvis, your back is actually helping you lift up and not your arms. And we're not lifting up completely. We're going to also lift our palms up in the end. I'm going to tell you how. So start raising your forehead, chin, neck, chest, till your navel, and a little lower, a little more. Keep coming down till your navel touches the mat. And lift your palms off the mat by an inch. Full palm. Yeah. Tuck your toes out properly. Press your legs down towards the mat and keep breathing. This is the traditional Bhujangasana. Breathe, observe what's happening in your body. Slowly release. Relax. Fold your arms, legs apart, and breathe. So you want to turn your heels in and toes out, ideally in a resting position, in prone position, and your legs are apart, comfortably apart. Yeah, perfect. So you can also turn your head to the opposite side to counter stretch. All right, now we can get ready for our next asana, which is Dhanurasana or bow pose. So let your hands be in the same position as now. Bring your legs together and lift your chest up. Just press into your hands and just lift your chest up. Perfect. Fold your legs. And keeping your chest lifted up, try and catch hold of your ankles or a little below the ankle, actually, or your feet. And raise your knees, your thighs off the ground, moving your heels away from the glutes. Make sure your pelvis and your navel, your belly button is pressing into your mat. You want to try and lift your thighs off, toes reaching the ceiling. Reduce the movement in your body. That rocking has to reduce. So for that, you want to shift your body weight a little forward, or more towards the upper belly. Release. Stay there with your head down. Breathe. We'll repeat this once more. This time, I want you to put your weight more into the upper belly, pressing into your navel as well. So that's going to reduce your movement, that rocking movement that's happening in the body. It's going to reduce it to quite an extent. And work on extending your pelvis to get into a deeper back bend, to stretch the quadriceps a little more. Slowly. First, we're going to start with raising the thighs off. First, you raise your thighs off, head down, head stays down. Don't lift your head up. Just keep raising the thighs off. Perfect. Just raise your head without lifting your chest. Just raise the head slowly and breathe. We'll hold this for some more time. Perfect. This is beautiful. Slowly relax. Release. And get into Makarasana. That's the resting position in prone. Bring your hands in line with your chest. Tuck your toes in. Bring your hip to your heels and get into Balasana or child's pose to counter the back bend that we just did. Now you can sit up and release your legs one by one into Dandasana or an L-sit position, where your legs are stretched out in front of you. Legs pressed together. Palms on your thighs. Shoulders rolled back, chest lifted up. Extend your spine slightly. Now we're going to do a twist. So bend your right leg, placing your right foot in line with your left knee. So your right ankle and your left knee are in one straight line. Perfect. Stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling. Turn it around to bring your right palm in line with your spine. Turn your right hand to bring your right palm in line with your spine. Yeah. Yeah. Place it down on the mat. Now you want to stretch your left hand up and fold forward slightly. Hug your right leg with your left hand and get into a spinal twist, opening your chest towards the right. Turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Keep your left leg active. Most of the times we forget the left side of the body because it's mostly inactive. So you want to consciously bring in some activity in the left side. Keep your quads active. Pull up your kneecap. Make sure your left foot is active with your ankle flexed. And with that twist, we want to hold it for some time while you continue to breathe comfortably in Vakrasana. With every exhale, you want to improve the twist, get a little more deeper into the twist. Press both shoulders down to lift your chest up and reduce the weight of your body that's falling on the right hand. Your right hand is being used to keep you in an upright position. It's not for you to lean on. That's the only thing that you need to remember when you're using your right hand. As you release, you're going to first release your head, turn your head to face forward, release the front hand, your left hand, then you release your right hand, and then the right leg. Very nice. We do the same thing on the left side. The same way you fold your left leg to bring your left foot in line with your right knee, turn your left hand up and back to bring your left palm in line with your spine. Right hand goes up and you hug your left leg with your right arm and twist. Now, close attention should be paid on the right side of your body, especially your right leg. Ankle properly flexed, kneecap pulled up, quads active. With every exhale, you twist a little more from your waist. You can also close your eyes to pay attention to your breath. Bring your attention to the exact point where you feel a twist. Make sure you're breathing comfortably. And slowly release. First, you release your head, your your front hand, your back hand, and your leg. Relax for a while. Bring your hands behind your hip, legs apart, eyes closed, and breathe. Now we get ready for Bhadrasana or butterfly. So bring your feet together and bring your heels close to your perineum into butterfly position. Interlock your fingers under your feet. Shoulders rolled up, back and down. Press your shoulders down, lift the chest up. And activate your glutes, your thighs to press your legs down. So you're not really using any external force, but you're activating your lower body for it to slowly move down towards the mat, more towards the floor, to open your pelvis. And we're going to hold in this active position for a while. Your breath is comfortable, muscles active, attention within. And notice how with every exhale, your leg is going to move a little further down towards the mat. We're going to hold this for another few seconds. Now continue to hold on to this activation and to this activated position and stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. It's okay if it's not possible. I mean, if it's not possible 100%, it's fine, just as much as you can. Lean slightly back. Perfect. And hold. Press into your feet. Keep your glutes active and press your legs down towards the mat. Just a couple of more seconds. Keep breathing. Now you release your hands, release the glutes, release your legs. Bring your hands behind your hip. Stretch your legs out. Relax for a while. Leaving your legs loose, neck loose. Just breathe comfortably in abdominal breathing. Now we get into frog pose or Mandukasana. This is the traditional way of practicing frog pose. So you first get into Vajrasana. Bring your legs together. And yeah. So you want to try and open your knees apart as wide as possible. And you sit down, preferably on the mat, with your toes touching each other. At least your big toes, if not always. So this, so knees open out, and then you sit down with your big toes touching each other. Take a deep breath in, stretch your arms up, shoulders reaching your ears. Bring your right palm at your left shoulder blade and left palm at your right shoulder blade. Make sure if your ribs are popping out, then you want to draw your ribs in. Draw the ribs in, head up, chin parallel to the floor, and breathe. Breathe in to expand your belly, breathe out to relax the belly. We'll hold this for a few seconds. You want to make sure your spine is extended properly, lengthened out, but there is absolutely no tension in your ribcage and in your chest. Ideally, we can hold this asana for a little more while. You can hold this for as long as you can. Going deep into postures would be really more beneficial. So you can hold all of these asanas for around 3 minutes, 4 minutes, really depending on your capacity. Now to release, you're going to first stretch your hands up. Release your hands. Bring your legs together and release the legs one by one. We're almost moving towards the end of the session. Get into a standing position. So we're going to do tree pose, Vrikshasana and Virabhadrasana. I think you'll have to adjust your screen. I'll do it too, so. Yeah, so I'll do it too. So now you're going to bring your legs together and squeeze your palms into the sides of your body. Lift your right foot off. Hold your right ankle with your right hand and bring the heel of your right foot into the base of your left thigh, inner thigh. Plant your right foot into your inner thigh and make sure you're not pressing or putting your entire weight onto the left side of the body. Your foot is just touching the skin of your left thigh, and bring your palms at your heart center. We hold this for a while. Keep breathing consciously. Now slowly release. First, you release your hands, and then you release your right leg. Shake your legs a little bit just to wake them up. Repeat the same thing on the left side. First, your legs are together. Then you slowly fold your left leg. Bring your left ankle and your left palm, left foot pressing into the right inner thigh, heel pressing into the root of your thigh. Make sure you're not pressing your left heel into your leg, and the foot is just touching the skin of your right foot, right thigh. Palms at your heart center, and balance. One tip here is to continue to look at one point, at a single point, to be able to balance for a long time. Bring your attention to your breath. Make your inhales and exhales stable to be able to hold this position with a certain sense of balance for a long duration. Release the hands, release your leg, and relax. Leave your legs apart, hands loose, eyes closed, and just breathe for a while. Now we're getting ready for Trikonasana. So you can open your legs around 3 feet apart. That is double your hip width. Keep your feet parallel to each other initially, hands stretched out in line with your shoulders. Turn your right foot out, and when you turn the right foot out, your pelvis is also going to turn automatically. So you're going to adjust your pelvis for it to face forward. And just check if your right heel and left arch of the foot are in one straight line. Now, once all of this is checked and everything's set, you lean on the right side a little bit. Bring your right hand down wherever you can bring it, wherever you can place it, except for the knee. Don't put your entire body weight on the leg. You're just bringing your hand down for some support. Bring your left hand up. Let your shoulders move away from each other. Turn your head up to look at your left palm. If you can go down a little lower, you can go down a little more. And we hold here for a while. Perfect. Keep your shoulders and your wrists in one straight line and breathe comfortably. You're going to press actively into your left outer edge of the foot to keep your left leg super active. Slowly inhale and come back to center. And we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Turn your right foot in, left foot out. Stretch your hands out in line with your shoulders. Lean on the left side, bring your left hand down, right hand up, and breathe comfortably in Trikonasana or triangle pose. Now let your shoulders move away from each other actively. Imagine someone's holding your right wrist and pulling you up towards the ceiling, and also holding your left wrist and pulling you down towards the floor. While you continue to breathe and extend your right side of the body, and let the entire right side of the body stretch out and lengthen. Slowly release and relax. Keep your legs slightly apart, hands slightly loose, eyes closed, and breathe for a while. And you can sit down and actually lie down in Shavasana because we're moving towards the end of the session now. So you're comfortably lying down in Shavasana with your hands away from your body, legs apart. And make sure your feet are completely relaxed. Your fingers are also slightly curled in, only then are they going to be relaxed. Chin is slightly tucked in. The back of your head is comfortably placed on your mat. Rib cage is slowly pressing in and moving towards the spine, towards your back. Now take a deep breath in to expand your belly out, consciously connecting with your breath. And breathe out to relax the belly completely. Breathe in to expand your stomach out. And breathe out slowly to relax the stomach. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, relax. Every inhale that you make is energizing you. Every exhale that you make is relaxing the body. It's removing all sorts of toxins out of your body. Become aware of this process. With every exhale, you're going to leave your body a little more loose than before, allowing your body to sink down into the floor, allowing it to respond to this pull of gravity that it feels without resisting the gravitational pull. With every exhale, you're going to allow your body to sink down towards the floor. Now we're going to slowly prepare to get out of Shavasana. So for that, you want to become aware of your surroundings. Listen to the sounds around you. Become aware of your body. Become aware of the sensations on the surface of your skin. When you're fully aware, you turn to any one side and get into a comfortable seated position of your choice. Make sure you're not opening your eyes when you get out of Shavasana. Get into a comfortable seated position with your shoulders relaxed. You can do some neck rotations if you want to, just to release all the stiffness out from the body if there is any. And once you're done, you can just get into a nice upright position and observe your breath. We're going to end with alternate nostril breathing or Nadi Shodhan Kriya. So for that, you're going to take your right hand, make a fist of your right palm, keep your right thumb open, and then also open out your little finger and ring finger. Now keep your right thumb at your right nostril at the bridge of the nose and very gently press into your right nostril to close the right nostril very, very gently. Breathe in through the left, close your left nostril, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right, close your right, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through left, breathe out through right. Breathe in through right, breathe out through left. Inhale through your left, exhale through the right. Inhale through your right, exhale through your left. Two more times. Inhale through your left, exhale through your right. Inhale through right, exhale through left. Last round. Inhale through left, exhale through right. Inhale through right, exhale through left. Once you're done with your last exhale, with your left nostril, you can release the hand. Keep your shoulders, elbows relaxed and observe what's happening in your body after a few rounds of Nadi Shodhan Kriya, just a few rounds. Observe your breath now. Observe the quality of your breath, your state of mind. Try and understand how exactly are you feeling at this point after this entire session of awareness, after spending quality time with yourself, with your breath, with your body, your mind, your thoughts. Continue to remain in that state of mind as I chant one Omkar and end the session with a Shanti Patha. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Tat Sat. Slowly bring your palms together whenever you're ready. Rub your palms together. Place your palms on your eyelids to feel the heat. Bring your hands in front of your face to open your eyes, looking into the palms. Bring your hands in Namaskaram. Thank you very much.
Shivali, that was a very, very powerful practice. So thank you.
I'm so glad.
It was.
I'm so happy you liked it.
I really I've been to my fair share of Yog Asana classes, and I think it was very powerful that you kept bringing us back to observe, back to our breath. And just as I felt a little bit of tension somewhere, you'd say, observe that place and release that tension.
Yeah.
I really felt like it was inside, you know.
That's nice. I'm so happy to hear.
Definitely, it was. It's something that we all. I listened to a podcast recently that said, once upon a time, meditation and yog was a choice. It's now no longer a choice. It's now an essential.
Yeah.
Because and it's different, isn't it, from physical exercise, which is what you mentioned
It
earlier,
is.
because it has that power of introspection. And I always feel like after a yog session, it's well, a session on the mat, it's like you have a dusty mirror and you've taken your cloth and you've wiped it clear.
Yeah.
And you feel that clarity, and you feel that light, and you feel your perspective is just a little bit more. It's changed, you know. Your outlook has changed, and that awareness of your breath is so strong for that, you know, 40 minutes or 30 minutes.
40 minutes. It does a lot. And that's how you feel energized after the session, because of so much of awareness. And the idea of yoga is to actually to practice asanas is also to be for you to be able to breathe comfortably even while you're doing your asanas. And I think this is also taken for granted these days, just because we're more concerned with strength and flexibility and making, you know, different shapes out of our own bodies. So because you know, this focus is shifted to physical attributes of yoga, which actually flexibility, strength is not even a part of the benefits of yoga. I mean, it is something that just happens. It's a byproduct. But
it's something that you need to be able to sit in dhyana or meditation for longer, or you know, to get your organs, kind of your organs internally, because you can't do
so
that.
you're fit. So you're fit to move on with your sadhana.
Yes.
Your spiritual path, because you cannot be you cannot move in your spiritual conquest if you're not physically fit, if you're not healthy.
Yes.
So it is to keep the circulation going. It is very practical when you think of it.
And earlier you mentioned the science of yoga, and it is so important to understand that physiology behind what we're doing. There is a huge science behind it, and we don't have enough time to kind of, you know, go further into it. I would like to focus a little bit on the fact that we did a lot of asanas that were focused on the pelvic region, and how menstruation and fertility issues they're a thing. they've become more prominent in the last few years, people having issues with this. And, you know, as a disclaimer, neither of us are, you know, specialized in this field or anything like that. But I think it's become evident that stress has a part to play on it, daily kind of daily stresses, whether personal or professional, either, especially in the last year, and how asanas such as the ones that we did today kind of help both physical and mental stresses, and can hopefully, you know, help improve one situation. And yoga is, you know, there's no one size fits all. It's what works for you, what works for an individual.
Yes, highly individualized practice.
Yes, and it's that exploring, and I think I found that in my own practices. My most my favorite sessions are the ones where, while I'm practicing, I think, okay, what does my body feel like it needs next? You know, what does my, sometimes I sit for a pranayam session and it's really difficult to concentrate, and I stop at 4 cycles, and sometimes I can go on for 21, 27, 30 cycles. You feel like, oh, this is what my body is, it's craving this, it wants this, so you continue, and it's that listening, and going inwards, because I think there are so many external, so many things that are pulling us externally, that when it's really, really important to just go in once in a while and listen to what we need, you know. And it's not selfish.
Yes.
It's not selfish, because we're nurturing ourselves so that eventually we can nurture others, and give our best to the world.
Absolutely. It's said in Sanskrit, Sva Parivartan se Vishwa Parivartan. You cannot help the world or the people around you, not even your family, if you don't change yourself, if you don't bring in the change in your own lifestyle, in your own body, in your own perspective. So if you really want to bring about a change in the world around you, you need to first work on yourself. So it's definitely not being selfish. It's needed.
No, Shivali, you started Bhumi Ang. Let's tell us a little bit about that before kind of we conclude this session. Shivali, for anyone that didn't know, gave up her professional career so that she could follow her passion and so that she could help others through yoga, which is how Bhumi Ang came about. So Shivali, over to you.
Yes, so I did my first, like I said, I did my first course when I was 18, and yeah, I went on to do my graduation because it was important. I mean, it was necessary for me to do my graduation. I could not have done any other course, not even in yoga, because we did not have bachelor's degrees in yoga then. If we did, then I would have probably just opted for a bachelor's degree in yoga. So when I finished my first course, I remember I wanted to just go off to the hills and just get into yoga completely. I was just 18, and before that, I never heard of yoga. But I somehow connected to it. You know, it was as if I was reliving my past life or past lives. I don't know, but the decision of coming back to yoga was something that changed my life, and it was because of stress, because of my lifestyle, because I was depressed, because I was anxious, super angry, and I didn't know myself. Since I had a taste of yoga, I knew it would do something to me. I knew it would help me, and I knew it was the only thing that could get me back on track. I took that decision, and I'm thankful to have a family who supported me at that point. And once I was into my course, I was actually planning on doing my master's in architecture, and I wanted to use this yoga degree to go abroad and to sort of use it to get some bucks while I was studying abroad in the US. But I just, I just gave up on everything because by the end of 7 months, I realized it is important for me to sort of focus myself uh, and push myself into this because into yoga because I know it worked for me. And interior design didn't. It did not work for me. That is why I was stressed. I was not liking what I was doing. Although I love design, I still paint, I still do little, little work for myself. But that was something that changed my life completely because then I started spending more time with myself. I started understanding the entire science of yoga slowly and applying all of that to your personal life is something that actually helps you further in teaching also. And what helped me is my school, my teachers. I am forever grateful to all my teachers from Kevaladham because I think I was fortunate enough to get my training from an ashram like Kevaladham. I will never ever, I will always be grateful to that school for the entire foundation that they laid for me and the curriculum, the teachers. So it was the best decision of my life. And there were moments in my life where I had to cut off from the world, live on my own for a few months. I did all of that where I just reconnected to myself, even after doing the course. That was not the end, it was just the start. So, and it's that journey has been going on. And through yoga, I also came across other subjects. I understood Vedanta, I understand Gita, I understood the Upanishads, I understand the entire science of the subtle body, which is hardly discussed these days and which was very widely discussed by the rishis of India. And to understand all of that, you definitely need good teachers, experience, and an understanding of your own body. So it's a lot of stuff to talk about in limited time. So I don't know where to go. I don't know what all to talk of. But I think this is, like, I'm just compressing all of it in, uh, little together, compressing all of it together and just saying whatever that I can in
And
limited time.
to anyone watching, we hope that this has provided you with some form of clarity and insight onto yoga and the
Yeah.
wholesome benefits that it can give you. Find a teacher that you connect with, and go inwards, understand, listen to, and connect with your body. Um, connect with
Yeah.
connect with your higher energy, and hopefully it shows you just how much power resides within us. So from Shivali and myself, namaste. Thank you for joining us
Thank you.
today, um, and all the best on your inwards journey.